Well, hello there, and welcome to another one of these. Well, we'll be discussing briefly the episode 13 of the Bad Batch, and we're joined here today by Task Force Mando, Iron Inquisitor, and Jedi Knight. So, say hi, guys.
Hello.
What's poppin'?
Hi.
Hello there.
Well, now that we got that out of the way, do you guys want to go ahead and get into the episode straight out of the way, and then we can talk about some other stuff after we finish with the episode? Because after all, this is not going to be a very long stream since the episode was pretty much a filler.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Although I
Although I did
liked
enjoy
what
it.
you did.
Yeah, it being a filler, I enjoyed it anyway.
Actually,
Which
I
is
think I know
good.
why it's a filler. Remember
Go
how we
ahead
kept
and
saying there were
enlighten
14 more episodes? There were, 2 more episodes left.
Actually, it turns out that it's actually going to be 16, but for some reason they
Yeah.
released 14 names of the episodes and didn't release the last 2.
I was going to say there were supposed to be 16, and I'm wondering if because they didn't release the last 2, it's going to be something really messed up.
Yeah, I hope so, honestly.
Possibly. You know what would be cool if they extended it to the Clone Wars style and just made it like 22.
Oh, yeah. That was honestly awesome.
Yeah, that would be awesome, dude. She just kept rolling with 22 episodes, just like the good old days in the Clone Wars. All right,
It's more
so
like the good old days in general, because all series used to have about 22 episodes. That was like the standard about 10 years ago.
not really all of them, but
Most of them.
Yeah,
Like,
most
a
of
lot.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, but now they seem to have either gotten lazy or the series in general have become more expensive because of the vast amount of effects CGI. Although this is animated though, so
I mean, animation is pretty expensive, and with live action, I think it's cheaper to do. But that's not really the style they were going for.
And of course, Bad Batch has top quality animation, so it has to cost some bucks.
yeah.
Indeed it
True.
does.
Although when you look at it, I personally think that if it was George Lucas, he would have gone full on 22 if he was
Yeah,
here.
He definitely
Because
would.
When you look at it, yeah, go on.
Now that I think of it, I don't think he would be doing the Bad Batch. You know, I think he would be doing something more, how would I put it, main story connected.
I don't know. The thing is, when you look at it, Clone Wars isn't too main story, and it was his idea. Although I think he would have definitely done the Star Wars Underworld. So yeah,
That he would have done, and that would be really interesting to watch.
yeah.
I saw the couple of minutes that they posted of it, right? You know, with the development footage and everything. I really want to see how that looks like, but sadly, I don't think we ever will.
What could have been?
Yeah.
You know, one of the things that I personally regret the most. I mean, it's not like if it was up to me, but you know, the Darth Maul game. Before we begin with the Bad Batch, the canceled Darth Maul game was George Lucas wanted Darth Talon to be with him. I don't know if he was planning on doing the story before episode 1 or in between episode 3 or 4, but at the end, basically EU professionals, let's call them that way, simply consulted George and said that Talon is from the Legacy era, you know, and apparently in the end, it was decided that the Darth Maul game was going to be based in the Legacy era. And the way Darth Maul would survive, well, technically, let's say that he died by Obi-Wan's hand in Rebels. I'm fine with that being part of the story.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah, it works. I'm completely okay with that. And you know that Luke Skywalker even had a falling in with Darth Maul, although more like the brain of Darth Maul, the hologram on. I think it's Star Wars Tales.
Yes.
So technically, what was supposed to happen was it would be a clone of Darth Maul in the Legacy era, alongside Darth Talon. Just imagine seeing that game. That would have been awesome.
I would love that.
So cool.
I would have loved playing a clone of Darth Maul 100 years after the original trilogy, fighting with or against the one Sith of Darth Krayt.
The thing is, now that you mention it, I wouldn't really mind playing Darth Talon.
We all know.
No one would, honestly.
Hey, I wanted to bring this up because it's been going around. Star Wars Theory did a video on it yesterday, but did you see that The Mandalorian has released 2 new posters for itself to promote season 3?
Honestly, I saw an image of it, but I wasn't really too. I just didn't give a shit, honestly.
No, I
haven't
know,
seen it
but
yet.
This is the
What
first
caught-
I've heard of it.
no, but what caught my I know you guys aren't really interested, but what caught my eye is the fact that Grogu's actually getting his lightsaber, and apparently it's going to be a yellow one.
Wait, Grogu's getting a lightsaber.
Yeah, a yellow one, because Luke is seen force levitating a yellow crystal.
Mhm.
That's actually pretty cool. I would like to see that on the
Yeah.
big screen.
I would too.
Honestly, I kind of want to see Luke a little more, because Lucasfilm, I think, has just gotten into the deep fake technology a little more. We saw it in Rogue One, and now we're seeing it again in Mando. Like, there's no limit to the deep fake technology that we're getting.
The thing
Yeah, it
is,
could only get better.
I wish they did a deep fake, honestly, because they did the classic CGI thing, and honestly, Luke was the one that was done the worst out of Tarkin, Leia. Honestly,
What makes you
like
say
his
that?
face was mostly out of place.
I'm pretty sure I saw a video of a comparison between the Luke that they did and then a deepfake look. Luke.
Yeah. The thing is, the deep fake, which anyone can make, looks much better than the CGI.
Actually, speaking of deep
Funny.
fake, did you guys see the George Lucas reacting to Episode 9 trailer deep fake?
I saw that. Yeah, that was perfect.
That was
Oh,
funny.
Send me a link. I'm interested.
I'll show
It's like-
you. I'll send you it later. But it was.
Ooh, you
I
dropped
was
something.
laughing.
The plot.
I was laughing my ass off when I saw that. It was great.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so Luke, do you want to go ahead and bring up the episode?
Yeah. Let's just
Into
fly through the Bad Batch episode, see the chat in the comments, and we can go on and talk about anything after it. We can fly through the episode.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do it.
Do it. Okay, let's see.
now, Lord Vader.
Okay,
Here we go.
we are. Ord Mantell all over again. Honestly, I'm kind of getting bored by Ord Mantell at this point. What about you guys?
Well, the thing is, it's such a lovely planet. It's just sad that they're not using some other places from the planet,
True.
Like for
every
example,
time
the Fortress from the Old Republic. I'm not sure what happened to it in lore, but I would really like to see that in the, animated Bad Batch style.
when you mentioned that, what came to mind to me in regards to Ord Mantell and the Bad Batch in general, they decided to make this their home base, let's say. Ord Mantell is the Bad Batch's home base, in a way. Maybe they chose Ord Mantell simply because it's kind of reminiscent of the Old Republic, since you're starting as a Republic trooper, in SWTOR. I don't know. For some reason, I have that connection there.
I can
now that I
see-
remember
I can
it,
see
you
that,
start
yeah.
from that walker, dude. It's so awesome.
But yeah. Get going in, Ryan.
Because I don't know, for some reason, Tech, his helmet kind of reminds me of the Old Republic Trooper helmets the most.
Mhm.
Really? He's one specifically, huh?
Yeah,
Well, we
because
did-
now that I think of it, there actually is a helmet in the Old Republic game that really looks like Tech's helmet, and I'm pretty sure I have that one on my trooper as well.
Oh, you mean with the goggles, like underneath or something like that?
Well, it's kind of similar. It's like it's reminiscent of it. I would say it doesn't have the goggles per se, but it actually has like a visor that looks like goggles. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And have you noticed something about Ord Mantell? It's definitely more populated than it usually is.
Oh yeah. Since these guys are here,
Mm-hmm. And there's the good old clone helmet in the background, as well as the Boba Fett helmet. Well, not the Boba Fett.
here's the
Mandalorian.
Mandalorian.
Yeah. And the frame before that is the clone helmet as well.
Yep. Honestly, despite this being a filler, I enjoyed the episode for what it was. I have a feeling like it's kind of setting something up for future seasons in regards to the crime syndicates in Maul.
Possibly.
Could be a thing.
And now that we're on the frame of this guy, I don't remember his name, but he is pretty likable since he showed up first,
Agreed. Yeah, yeah.
I think they did a good job with him.
Yeah, he's someone you're going to see again, definitely. I'm sure of it.
You know, when I first saw him, I was kind of expecting a different voice, but
Really?
For some reason, I was expecting Visago's voice to come out.
yes,
Yeah,
That's who I was
definitely.
expecting to.
You know who he reminds me of a lot? Baldur from KOTOR 2. His voice.
mm-hmm.
The Zabrak. Do you guys remember his voice?
Ooh, where did you encounter that Zabrak in the game?
You actually get to play him. He's like one of your companions. The guy who constructs the droids and has a metal arm.
Oh, you're thinking of Beodur.
Yes, Bail.
Yeah.
Yeah. His voice really reminds me of him, and generally the way he speaks.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say, Beodur's voice is ASMR.
Yeah.
You know, for some reason, when he started talking first, like for a couple of words only, he reminded me of Sam Witwer. I thought he was doing the voice for a second there.
Some reason his face looks like an animated version of Sam Witwer.
Yes.
Technically, when you look at it, you literally had Sam Witwer in The Force Unleashed. I actually
And in the
remember
Clone Wars.
Yeah, but his actual face was in The Force Unleashed, and I remember when seeing that for the first time, I never saw anyone put someone's face in the game like before The Force Unleashed came out. That was like a big deal back in the day.
Yeah, because they use like the motion capture technology, I believe.
Yeah. It was so weird, like finding out that's exactly how he looks like in real life. The same goes for Coda and Juno and everyone. So yeah. What do you guys think generally up till this part? I think this is the highlight of the episode. The guys behind them.
Yeah.
It's like every chance they get, they gamble or something.
Or
they're
they
even
just
using-
go
Always
nowhere.
around.
yeah, they're even using the Gonk droid as a table.
I'm actually thinking about doing a lore video eventually on these two guys. I don't know what their names are, but for some reason they give so much personality to Sid's place, for me at least.
Uh-huh.
Like they are the regulars. No matter how shitty Sid treats them, they're always back.
Mhm.
It's like they're attached to that place specifically, or simply being around Sid, despite her not liking them that much. As it seems, I don't know. But they're like the regulars, and every chance they get, they go there and waste their life with this bullshit. And
Actually,
I love it.
You know what Sid's place kind of reminds me of, especially with these two guys there?
Yep.
I don't know if any of you have ever seen the show It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but it reminds me of Patty's Pub in a way, where you would look in the background and you would just see a bunch of random middle-aged drunks there. Just there would only be like 2 or 3. These guys kind of remind me of them.
These guys actually remind me of the local bars here in Serbia, where you have the regular drunks every day there.
Oh yeah.
And every time it's the same bar, the same seat, every day. So I just love that part about it.
Yep.
It's like he has a reservation even if he doesn't have one.
No, I can imagine
the table is still there just waiting for him anyway.
I can imagine them going home to their wives and just hating being at home and just running away to the bar and doing this.
Or giving each other physical and verbal abuse. So just like they'd just be like, "Fuck you, bitch! I need a drink."
Yeah. Yeah, literally.
Slaps her across the face, or vice versa.
Mhm.
Because that's how relationships end up mostly nowadays, which sucks. But that doesn't happen to everybody.
I mean, in this episode, they even had an arc of sorts. They actually did something apart from gambling in the background, and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did something useful for a change.
Yeah, they served a
That's-
purpose.
Where they're interesting.
I like the part about when the Deveronian, that's Deveronian, right? The,
Yes.
guy with the horns. When he's like, "Oh, don't worry. When we catch him, we'll kill him." When he gets back his beastie,
Mm-hmm.
just casually gonna kill him or whatever. And you're like, nah, they're not gonna die. They're just too likable to be wasted.
They were at Sid out though, which sucks.
Yeah.
They're just like, no, they just they get caught and they're like, she did it. And then she's like, damn it.
You know what I didn't understand in this episode?
What?
I don't know if you guys had the same problem of sorts. Like when they go down into these mines or whatever, weren't they in the city, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Were they in the city?
I see where you're going with this, because they go to the mountain then to the crack.
Yeah, there's like this, kind of open air into like those cave parts.
Mm-hmm. And
Like,
it's
how
pretty
long
much in the
were they
middle of
traveling?
nowhere. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand. I actually thought it was the crack, like the opening, was somewhere in the middle of the city, or in some area of the city, and it was all based underneath the city on Ord Mantel, because
Well, that's what she said. Like the tunnels run underneath the city, and they go to her shop as well.
Yeah,
so.
but what I didn't understand is I thought that they basically just went to the sewer, went a few kilometers underneath, went to her office and back.
Yeah,
I didn't get that they went underneath the city, went out of the city, and then went back into the city. Like, if you know what I mean. With the
well, the thing
tunnels.
is, maybe the track runs like outside the city, and then just like in a circle or something.
It's probably just one of those plot holes that are best not to think about.
Yeah, just
I mean,
forget
it's
about
not
it.
that much of it's not that much of a plot hole. It's not really a big deal, But it's just something that made me confused when I saw them at the end going to the middle of nowhere.
I know, it was a joke.
Yeah, but it's just one of those things where you don't think about it.
Yeah, true.
You know what I liked about this episode in regards to the action here when the bugs come out?
Mm-hmm.
I like that they put the when they shoot them, they splatter, like the green blood would splatter.
The first thing I thought of was Republic Commando.
Yeah, and Geonosians when you splatter them.
I thought about hurling.
Yeah, the tunnels underneath really reminded me of the Metro game. You guys play that?
No.
I've heard of it, but I've never played it.
Yeah, Metro 2033.
Honestly, it's a very, very satisfying game.
It is indeed.
Especially because it's basically like a post-apocalyptic world or whatever, and people are hiding in the tunnels, in the sewers, and everything. And you have
they're hiding in the Russian metro.
That sounds a little like metro. I was gonna say it sounds a little like Fallout, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like a Russian Fallout. There's even books on it and everything. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed even watching the gameplay overall. Like in the places where people live, you have these storage containers, and people just made that their homes, made a bed, a cozy fire, and everything. And of course, they're selling bullets and stuff like that. Or actually, you pay with bullets, right? That's like the currency.
Yeah, you pay with better ammo, pretty much.
And it's like the Undercity of Taurus in a way.
It's kind of a creepy game, but there are really satisfying parts. So,
indeed,
we got a bit of. Actually, when I saw this guy, the bartender here, I immediately thought of Balderic from Jedi Outcast.
Mm-hmm.
You mean the chiss that no speak?
He certainly does have the color.
The chiss with bad grammar.
The chiss with the chiss the chiss that no speaky. You're basic.
Also, did you guys see? We're gonna go into this like after we go through the episode or whatever. But what I did was I've been playing movie duels a lot. I recorded a lot of footage from Jedi Outcast and the Academy for future videos or whatever. And of course, I've been using it to make the Stormtrooper Tales thingy project, whatever. Just give me a sec. My dog's really. Can you hear him? Right?
No, it's okay. Just keep going.
Just give me a sec. I'm just going to close the window. Moment, please. He probably saw a hedgehog or something because we have a lot of them here.
There have been 2 deer that have been wandering around in my yard all for like days now. It's a mother and her baby.
Nice. That's actually cool.
Out on the countryside here, we get all kinds of animals. We get coyotes, skunks, deer, maybe even foxes too. I don't know.
There's even a snake that lives in the wall of my walkway.
Oh, snakes too, yes.
Yeah.
I have some frogs in my backyard as well.
Are they gay? You don't get it. Or then
I get it.
it's just
I
like
actually get it.
Obama turned my frog gay. So did
Yeah, I
public
know. I get it.
schools.
Alex Jones, right?
Public
Yeah.
schools did it too. Actually, public schools did it better.
Okay. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, the Baldrack thingy. I've been playing the movie duels, and in the newest update, you can add NPCs anywhere you want. You can make them do stuff and everything. And I simply filled out the bar in Nar Shaddaa, where Baldrack is, in Jedi Outcast. And when you walk up to the bar with Kyle Katarn, the cinematic starts when you're talking to the bartender with bad grammar or whatever. And in the background now of the cinematic, I'm actually going to show you this at the end. I added Hondo, Bosk, Embo, Rex in the background, and characters like that. Cara Dune as well.
Mm.
I mean, I know it's the EU, it's expanded universe, but if I was to consider EU after Return of the Jedi, I would add Mando stuff there, just as fan fiction for people.
Versions of those characters could certainly exist.
Yeah. My thoughts exactly. Like, if I was going to try to mix the EU after Return of the Jedi, I would definitely add the Mandalorian as much as I could, because it's probably the only good thing after Return of the Jedi from canon. And I would add pre-existing characters from Rebels, Clone Wars, and the characters that survived later on. So that's why I added them there, and some random bounty hunters and stuff like that. So I don't know, it was really cool. I'll show it to you later.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
there's-
Grogu, he could easily become like a member of the new Jedi Order.
Yes.
Yeah.
Honestly,
could've-
like, oh, sorry. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
no, go on.
Okay. What I was gonna say was there was a guy. I think his name was Lore Star. He did a video about how the sequels might actually be being decanonized or something, and the only reason that they were canon was it was because they were a part of a timeline where Ahsoka dies.
It's the whole world between worlds thing.
Yeah, the sequels may have happened because Ahsoka died, and honestly, that would be some really deep stuff there if it was true, which I'm starting to wonder if it is, given the fact that Luke has actually got Grogu in his new order and his first student stuff instead of Ben Solo.
Honestly, I mean, it could work, but I just prefer to not even think of the. Actually, when Ezra is in the world between worlds, when you hear voices of Kylo Ren and everything, since I don't like the sequels and I do like Rebels and I want it to fit into my headcanon or whatever, or with the EU and stuff.
You could just say that could be like a possible future show.
Yes, yes, precisely that. That's what how I molded it in my mind, like how it could fit in. Like, it's just a possible future, which in my case never happens.
I mean, I think that's probably what the world between worlds is meant to be.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Like, when we first saw that episode, I'm pretty sure we were watching it together, and what I said was, just imagine like after Kylo Ren's voice, you hear Darth Nihilus or something like that. That could be a really cool opportunity, like Traya, saying something. That could be really cool. Just one of the possibilities, like what was before, what's going to happen, and
You could do a fan edit of that.
You could indeed, yeah.
No, I'd love to see that.
You know what else? I've seen a lot of things like in the George Lucas era of Star Wars, despite the EU existing after Return of the Jedi at that point. Like in the Clone Wars, for example, season 6, the last episode, with Palpatine and manipulating Yoda or whatever. Going to Korriban, aka Moraband. At the very end, when Mace Windu and Obi-Wan ask Yoda if he found out something, Yoda basically says like that they cannot win the war, but through patience or whatever, they can win for all time. Yes, that's like the last line Yoda says in season 6 of the Clone Wars.
So I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, remember that. Victory for all time. That's what he said.
He says victory for all time. And when he was seeing the visions, he heard about Luke Skywalker. There is another. You hear the sounds of the Death Star and everything. He kind of sees the future in a way. The priestesses show it to him,
And he knows
And when
Luke
he
and
says
Leia
that-
are their last hope.
yeah. When he says like, we cannot find victory in the Clone Wars, but we can find victory for all time. And I think that since it was the George Lucas era, I think that it was talking about Episode 6, the end. Like, that's how I at least always felt to me. And that when I watched that, I never even got into the EU before that. So to me, it made perfect sense. Like, it was talking about Episode 6 at the time. And there are a lot of clues throughout the Clone Wars and the lines that talk about that specifically. Or, for example, Qui-Gon Jinn in the Mortis arc as well, if you guys remember that. When he comes to Anakin Skywalker, he says that he believes that he's the chosen one and that he'll save the universe, specifically in those words. I mean, what could save the universe mean, unless that he's actually going to end all the crap with his sacrifice, redemption arc, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just love it. Then come the sequels. Fuck everything up, basically. Okay, let's move on with this episode. I think we basically... I don't know. Do you guys have anything else to add to it?
No, this is just one of those fillers where it's like enjoyable to watch, but there's not a lot to talk about. So
Yeah.
I mean, the chase scene was funny.
Also, are these Womp Rats behind them?
I think they are.
They are, right?
I think.
I'm pretty sure they might be.
Aren't Womp Rats orange?
Well, they can probably come in different colors,
Also, there's this clip that I made a few days ago. Also in Jedi Outcast, you have these stormtroopers talking, and an officer asks the random stormtrooper if he's ever shot anything, And he's like, yeah, I was like the top Womp Rat hunter in my unit. It was hilarious. Top, what the hell is a Womp Rat hunter? Damn. But he never shot anything sentient. And the officer is like pissed at him because, damn rookies. Damn shiny.
Then again, stormtroopers can't aim for shit half the time.
You even have lines about that from Jedi Outcast. Like, they talk about how shitty the E11 blaster is, and after using the carbine, you can never go back to the E11 again. Even have lines for that, which I'm planning to use for something. We'll see. So yeah, okay. I'm just gonna skip this a bit more. Want to move on to the Pike Syndicate, or?
Yeah, let's go there.
I think we just about covered this. Oh yeah,
the bugs earlier.
Blood.
Yeah, that was great. Especially the one when the door is closing and it gets squashed.
Yeah, that is definitely some Republic Commando stuff over there.
It sucks they couldn't show that Stormtrooper and the Citadel arc getting cut in half since, Cartoon Network had to have everything be PG at the max.
Oh yeah, in the Citadel. Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks they couldn't show that because you can hear the splat, but not the actual cut. See the actual cutting.
I also remember Ventress cut off a head of a Stormtrooper as well. In season 1, like the green ones, the Green Company, although you never see her cut it off, you just see the helmet fall off.
Yeah, and the Inquisitor, or the Grand Inquisitor in this case, he also did a beheading too.
Oh yeah,
season 1 of Rebels.
Those two idiots.
Showing a dismemberment in Star Wars TV show, they kind of like don't show the actual action. They just see like probably partially the aftermath. That's it.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same deal of what happened to Jango Fett's head. When Mace Windu chopped it off. Like, you can see the helmet fall down, but at the same time, George kind of went the extra step there, and he actually, if you focus enough, you can actually see the head flying out of the helmet.
Yeah.
I noticed that.
There's also an edit of when Boba's holding the helmet and the head falls out.
There are no words.
The put.
The
Ooh,
Geonosian arena.
Polynesian spa idea.
Yeah.
No, he just picks up the helmet. Django pops out. He's like, there are no words.
For some reason, when someone mentioned the Polynesian spa, which we didn't mention for a while now, like just imagine him holding the helmet in the spa and the head falls out into the water.
You can just hear the splash at that moment.
There are no words.
I'm actually thinking of an edit for that.
Do it.
Just Just imagine and just having the water. Boba's like in the water in that scene. Like the background is still the arena or whatever, holding the helmet, and you just put the edit. Just the head falls in. And then the head.
Did you just say Boba? I'm pretty sure it's Boba.
Boba? Yeah,
Boba.
The Book of Boba.
Been out from in the book of Boba.
I've been away for 7 months.
Fight scenes, makeup.
What
One
really
thing I
missed.
really miss is this hidden gem.
The Polynesian spa. Come on, New Zealand, try something new.
One of my favorite parts from the latest meme that we did was the New Zealand templates.
Dude, I actually want to visit New Zealand.
I always wanted to visit New Zealand, honestly, because of The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
And now we can visit it for the Polynesian spas.
Of course.
Go to Rotorua and meet Tamura Morrison himself.
You know, me and Todd actually found it on Google Maps, the exact Polynesian spa, and the exact spa itself, you can see it like through satellite imagery. You can see like the exact spot where Tamura was having his
Yeah, I loaded
theme.
What was it anyway?
In, Flight Simulator, and I had to check it out for myself as well.
I was gonna say, what was he filming anyway? Was it just an update video or a commercial? What was he filming?
Probably a commercial, because the video itself came out on the Polynesian Spa Instagram or something like that.
What's the spa called? It's gotta have a
Literally
good name.
that.
Polynesian. The Polynesian
that's what it's
spa,
called. Yeah, the Polynesian
Ow.
Spa.
Damn. I couldn't think of a good name, so they went with something that will make everybody love it.
Yeah, you just add him to it, and it's good enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
anything with somebody who was in Star Wars prequels or OT is good.
Yeah,
Especially with its voice.
yeah. He's literally. I don't know. He got 3 million roles with Django.
Yeah, and 1 million more well on the way.
Millions of roles. Wait,
You know what was interesting in this episode? Like, as far as I saw, there were 3 pikes in total, and then you have the main pike there and these 2 guards that killed all of these guys by themselves. I mean, that's how it seems, at least.
Yeah.
Mad skill.
yep.
I guess they just
really-
wanted to show how badass they are.
Yeah, they wanted to make
You
them
don't
all
want to
really
mess with
dangerous.
them.
Mm-hmm. That's why they wanted to justify, like, not to mess with the Pike Syndicate. Especially now that Darth Maul is leading them anyway.
Oh yeah, I think it's what's it called? Crimson Dawn, right? Is that
Yep.
like the newest name of it?
Yes.
Probably, yeah. You know, the thing is, I'm pretty sure, like, not in this season, but in the next one, I'm pretty sure we'll get to see Darth Maul again. You know, with the Pike Syndicate.
Yeah, probably.
Most likely.
'Cause that's a perfect opportunity to use him.
I mean, at this point, after Rebels, like we already have 2 series where we have some of our favorite characters: Rex, Ahsoka, Maul. You know, they're all in these 2 series. For some reason, I have a feeling like it's going to be an overkill seeing both Ahsoka and Maul again in the 3rd series now. Actually, for Ahsoka, it's the 4th series. Ahsoka has just been overused, by my opinion.
The thing is, I
with
wouldn't really have Ahsoka as much as I would love to see Darth Maul again.
Yeah, maybe just a few, scenes here and there.
Yeah. If they do
It'd
it,
be
if they do it properly, and if they do it smart, definitely.
I think
If
we need
nothing,
some.
just I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, go on.
If nothing, it's just for Sam Witwer's voice acting.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, agreed.
yes.
I think we need some Order 66 survivors in this series. I would love to see someone like Quinlan Voss, maybe even Das Janier from the Dark Times comics.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love
Coda.
that. Oh,
Or
Coda.
Oberyn
Coda would
Sissus.
be amazing.
Yeah.
Oberyn Sissus is alive in canon, so it's not unlikely we'd see him.
I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, I'd rather that he was simply killed by Sor Bolkan Seleucami, just like in the EU.
Hmm.
I don't really
Did
like
we-
retconning it.
Did we ever see Oberyn Sissus fight?
Nah,
Only in the comics.
Yeah, only
Yeah,
the
besides
comics.
the EU, we never saw anything else.
Yeah, that's too bad.
He has a nice lightsaber in the Clone Wars, though, kind of similar to
Dooku's, right?
Dooku's. Yeah, but with a handguard on it.
Yeah, that was really cool. Like a rapier type, right?
Yeah, and it was green bladed, so that's even better.
Although wasn't it yellow?
No, that was Depa's or Jarl's.
No. Wait. Oh yeah, his one was green in the EU. I just forgot about it. Yeah.
Yeah, it
green's
was.
fine.
I just typed it in. I wanted to look at it. That's a pretty cool design, actually. It's very fitting for him.
Yeah.
Ugh, this part.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew it was going to be the horn, but I don't get what does it specifically mean. So they took the horn as a trophy or whatever. I don't know, as payment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is it worth something, or is it simply for the sake of punishment?
You know, now that I saw this, maybe they did the same thing to Visago as well.
Maybe someone else did.
Possibly.
I have a feeling like it's a shame something.
Yeah, shame.
Yeah,
shame.
it's dishonorable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like in
To
The
shame
Last
a
Samurai when
Devronian.
they cut off his head. Cut off his hair.
It seemed painful. Although if it's an actual horn and he used a simple knife, I doubt you can cut that in one swing.
It might have been a vibro blade.
It's probably a vibro, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
since it couldn't though. But yeah, I think this is it on the episode. It kind of felt sad the way he reacted to it and just went away. I didn't expect that. I expected him to say maybe one more thing at least.
Mm-hmm. It's a small price to pay.
Just goes off. Sad. So sad. Yeah, we'll be seeing him, yeah. Most important part of the episode is the two regulars are still alive. In my opinion, at least.
Yeah.
Yep. And then here we are 40 minutes later.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's it. We're done regarding the episode. Now we can go through the other stuff. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm just going to show you guys the cinematic. Although, I don't think we need the sound, right?
No. No need for it.
Just going to find it in my recordings.
I'm not sure why it's not playing the sound, though. Like, even if you select the thing, it's not really doing it. It's probably a bug with the streaming thing. I'm not really sure.
For some reason, it's a bit dark. Usually, in the editing program, I usually light up the video from Jedi Outcast and Academy, but for some reason, it's always much darker. I don't know why.
You know what? If nothing, at least now it's showing up as full screen. Because, like, before, when you were trying to record the original Jedi Outcast, it wasn't really,
Yeah,
doing
every
what
time
you
it
wanted
would
it to
be-
do.
Yeah. Yeah, but it works. It's good. Can you guys see it well?
Well, it works now, that's for
Yep.
sure. Yeah.
I filled out the cantina with mods. You can see Hera over here,
Love
for
Hera.
example.
Caught my attention.
Embo's right there. And you can't see these characters who are on this side of the cantina, but the ones here where I am with Kyle and over here, you'll be able to see them in the cinematic. So basically, here it is. no sound for this.
Bartender.
Look in the background.
Bartender.
You have
Yep.
Hondo, Rex, Gamorrean here. Added him just to be a bit more filled.
Yeah, just for kicks.
Have Cad Bane here, Bosk. Originally it's supposed to be only these guys, but I guess it's cool. I don't know. Really
Yeah.
enjoy doing it.
Definitely adds a bit more life to the Cantina.
Mm-hmm.
If it's on Nar Shaddaa, you should add them just as a little background detail. You know, when you're going to talk to that guy to dance in front of Volga to get the lightsaber in KOTOR 2, you should have the music from the entertainment module play in the background too.
Oh, I will. I definitely will.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah, we have
Rex there.
Rex and Hondo's behind the bottle. But one of the, Movie Duels was really done fantastically. Like, it's the mod for Jedi Academy and Outcast. But one of the problems that it has is, for example, Baldurek is supposed to give him a glass right now. But he just, as you can see, there is no glass.
Well, actually, he's supposed to give him Corellian ale in a clean glass.
Yeah.
Doesn't
as
he
you can-
suggest like a ruby? What was
Ruby
the name of the drink?
Bleos.
Ruby Bleos, yes.
And also, Kyle Katarn, he's supposed to show his lightsaber here. But
Yeah,
it
Yeah, but
doesn't
he's
show.
showing nothing. He's showing his hand and how he's going to hit him with it if he doesn't give him a beer.
Yeah, it's supposed to have a lightsaber, but it's kind of a bug. But I can't complain since it's a already very much updated Jedi Outcast game, so I'm still happy with it.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, just gonna skip it a bit. And the part that I did for the fans. Here we have Cara Dune and Mando.
Yeah, it's definitely a nice touch.
Yeah, I mean, it should be about 3 years after the Mandalorian series, since this is 12 ABY, but in the EU timeline. And of course, these guys too. I don't know, it's much better than just this being empty, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely.
That's so much more life.
Yeah. And I mean, one of the things that I always regretted about Jedi Outcast and Academy was, since I love those stories, is it's after Return of the Jedi, like 8 years after it, basically.
I mean, because as we said in the videos, like any video we did for those games, as we always say, like it doesn't matter. It's just as long as you enjoy it, right?
Yeah. I actually decided to think of it as a secondary headcanon. Like,
Yeah.
let's just say that in a secondary headcanon we would consider it, but with a few canon stuff in the EU timeline. Why not? For enjoyment purposes.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What's funny is I kind of have multiple headcanons too.
You do, huh?
Yeah.
Well, let's hear something. Like, let's talk about anything at this point. We covered Bad Batch, wasn't too exciting this week, so let's just go ahead and talk about anything.
Let's see. Like I have a few fan-created stories I created for the new canon, but it's in the new canon only. And I do try to fit a few things from Legends in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, the events of the Grievous comic from like 2006. That happened because one of my OCs, his master was Zmir Bathu, who was the master Flynn Kaivo had after Tachuka Dune was killed by Grievous.
Mm-hmm.
Because yeah, I created like a Padawan who's kind of like a Order 66. Yeah, he's an Order 66 survivor.
Mm-hmm.
And like many Padawans, his master stays behind, sacrifices herself, and with nowhere to go, he actually goes behind enemy lines and kind of surrenders, kind of like Dast Janir, and he actually fights with the Separatists, and he barely survives the battle. And Zmir Bathu in my headcanon for canon, she was like a Jedi healer, and he was kind of had that talent too.
Mm-hmm.
So, as an Order 66 survivor, he went and used that to like help heal people and he had all his medical knowledge, so he kind of was able to get through medical school really quickly with a new identity.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, I could go on and on. There's so much.
True. I know I know what you mean. Oh, I've noticed like the easiest way for me to even go through stuff like that is I just make the lore video, I just make the lore video, I mix both the things that I like in it, and I always end it at episode 6.
And this character, his name is Aaron Orash. He actually gets involved in a early attempt to form a rebellion out of the separatist holdouts. He's approached by this mysterious figure who comes after him.
Mm-hmm.
And he fights it. It has an electro staff, and it turns out it's a tactical droid, but its head is grafted onto a Magna-Guard. And the droid was a prototype, like, tactical droid that was released at the very end of the war, and he was supposed to come up with a way for the Separatists to salvage the whole war, but kind of like Godo from KOTOR 2, his programming breaks. He kind of goes rogue, steals a bunch of resources, erases the existence of obscure planets and separatist bases, factories, so they'll be hidden.
Mm-hmm.
And he came to the conclusion that the only way, of course, because he still thinks the Clone Wars is going on, he's like, the only way for us to win is we need a Jedi to lead us. And so that's where he seeks out Aaron to almost be like a figurehead leader for it.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
And of
That's pretty
course,
cool.
yeah, I would if I was a better writer, I would actually like write the story.
Well, maybe just take your time with it, and you'll come up with something.
Yeah,
I mean, you can see Task Force Mando wrote his own story.
Yeah, that's what I'm on about.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
it
actually-
took me a while to do that. Well, especially part 1. Part 1 took me 3 years to do. Part 2 I just finished recently, and there will be a part 3, and I have not started on that quite yet, but it will be soon.
Yeah, and as I told you, like when I read it, pretty much like if what you wrote was in like a animated Bad Batch, Clone Wars, Rebels style, I would love to watch that. It's a cool story. It's really nice
wow.
fan
Yeah.
fiction.
Thing with that is that I'd like to see it like be like an animated series, but the thing is, like, I'm afraid like if I want that to happen, someone is going to get it wrong, and I don't want that to happen. Is the thing? It's like I don't want someone to get it wrong. It's like that's not what I wrote. This is not supposed to happen. It's guaranteed Hollywood or Disney at this point owns Lucasfilm, and they get their hands on it. It's like they're going to change it.
Mm-hmm. Well, as I said, it's pretty nice fan fiction, and I really enjoyed reading that.
Yep. I'm kind of very interested in animation in general. I've seen more and more people are doing it now, and honestly, I'd love to get into it and try to learn something new, and eventually even make something. I don't know.
Come on, New Zealand, try something.
There are no words.
It's a hidden
So,
gem.
yeah. Hidden gem. Yep. The Polynesian spa. Damn, I'm tired. It's 1:30 a.m. already. What are you guys up to in general? When's the High Republic Part 3 coming? Actually, fixing the High Republic. Sorry.
Maybe Wednesday,
Mm-hmm.
This Wednesday.
I think. I don't know.
Well, the thing is, you just got to prepare a nice little slideshow, and
I
You said it
know.
was gonna be vehicles, right?
It'll be vehicles. It'll be starships and planets.
ooh, that's gonna be interesting. Thing is, I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna love that.
Yeah, Logan's probably gonna kick my ass and give me shit for it. And you know what? I don't even care. I'm just gonna let him rant and just say, "Yes, fuck you, go on." I'm kidding. But seriously, I'm just gonna be like, "Yes, go. Yes, you hate it. Go on."
Yeah, the thing is, like, I'm actually gonna try and perfect the design I talked about before the stream, with the LAT gunship and the D5 Mantis like mixed in together. I think that's a really cool design, for a ship to
Yeah.
have. Like, it doesn't have to be like. What I've noticed with Star Wars is that every era has to have like a Falcon thing going on. Like a freighter where it just,
For
in
me,
the Old Republic, it's
Mhm.
the Ebon Hawk. In the OT, it's the Millennium Falcon, and so on and so on. But the thing is, it doesn't have to be like that. It can be just it can be like a mix between a gunship and the freighter.
I'll
That's
actually
kinda
do you one better. In the High Republic, it's the vessel.
no, no. Like in my version, the Padawan's main ship that they have, that's like the Ebon Hawk, is more of a gunship mixed with a shuttle. Actually,
Mhm.
that's kind of. I decided to mix it up a little, and I'm calling it the Century Dawn.
Uh-huh.
Anything but the vessel is good. Is
Yeah.
better.
Definitely.
Do you think that name has a nice ring to it? The Century Dawn. What do you think?
It reminds me of something, of some ship, but I can't remember which.
It does sound familiar, yeah.
You know what would be cool
I'm
design?
probably thinking of
Finger on it.
Halo, the Forward Unto Dawn. That's what I'm thinking.
That could be it.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Iron, I was telling them this, but there's the main ship for the Shadow Hands in the Nile. I came up with a cool name for it that's like Nihilus' ship, the Ravager. And guess what I'm going to call it?
Oh, let's hear it.
I'm going to call it the Apocalypse. What do you think?
Eclipse vibes.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting that too.
Yeah, and when they go kill one of the Shadow Hands on it during it, I don't know who I'm gonna have do it, but it's after the whole expedition to the main planet that the villains are on. Basically, it starts playing the music that plays on the Ravager in KOTOR 2. That music kind of made me shit my pants a little because I'm like, I'm playing as Mitra, I'm playing as Canderous, I'm playing as Visas, and I'm gonna die.
Did you guys have like back when we were smaller? Did you guys have some games that scared the shit out of you for no reason at all? Like some scary sound or scary music or whatever.
Oh, there was a lot of things in old games that scared me.
Same here.
The thing is, I don't even remember.
You know what scared me? Paragus. Like the first mission in KOTOR 2. Like
Oh,
when I played it.
same.
That gives me chills.
Like all those hallways with dead people and no one around, and the creepy ass music was already freaking me out.
And then Scion.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Oh, that was scary.
Especially when you go aboard it's the Harbinger.
The Harbinger.
Right? When you go
And that
through
creepy string music. Oh, it's so tense.
not even that. The thing that made me shit myself the most was the flashing lights, like when it's not working properly. That was like the worst. And then you see Scion at the end of it. It's like a horror movie.
I remember when the
Kreia
Sith
gets her hand cut
Assassins
off.
first popped out of nowhere. I was just, and the game paused. I was just like, oh, I jumped.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what's even better?
Yep.
The line that Atten says after you're safe in the Ebon Hawk. Well, looks like Sleeps with Vibroblades is going to catch up with us soon.
You know what else made me shit myself in KOTOR? Both
What?
1 and 2. Underwater Manan.
Ooh,
That facility, if you remember.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was one of my favorite parts of the game.
That giant fish, that was like, when I first saw that when I played it, I'm like, whoa, what is that thing?
Yeah, I actually shit myself when I always was kind of afraid of deep water, like the darkness, like the Marianas Trench. I mean, I'm fascinated by the living beings there. I love the sea in general, and I love biology and everything. But it always would scare the shit out of me if I was the one going in the submarine into the 11-kilometer depth, you know.
There's a video called "The Ocean's Way Deeper Than You Think." Have any of you guys watched it?
I might
think
have seen
did.
some of it.
Yeah, I saw the whole thing, and I'm just like, wow. I didn't think the ocean was as deep as that. I know it sounds cliche to say, but it's like, I really didn't, because you think that once you hit the sand bowl on the bottom, that's it. But there's all those little cracks and crevices and canyons that we don't even know exist.
Yeah, the thing is, we only export about 5% of the oceans on the planet. So I'm guessing I think the best way to look at it is we don't know shit.
Pretty much.
Like
Also-
every time they go to those depths, they discover new living beings and organisms.
They find
which is
something new.
fascinating. Try something new.
Also, Iron, did you hear what happened a couple days ago?
What happened?
Ben Shapiro was doing a video on it, but Jeff Bezos launched himself and a few others into space.
Oh yeah.
That
I
was
heard about
really
that.
cool, honestly. Like, just to see that a private company like Amazon launch themselves into space, that was amazing. But all the woke idiots are whining about it, unfortunately.
You know what I would like? I would
What?
actually love for all the woke idiots to be launched into space and
Yeah, send them to the moon so they can do their stuff
Honestly,
there.
You know what I would love? Since they love all the crap that they're pushing on us, I would love for all of them to launch themselves to Mars and do whatever the fuck they want on that planet, and they'll basically be extinct in about 20 years because they're stupid idiots.
Exactly.
Just let them do what they want, but do it to themselves, not to us.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll kill themselves off in a few years, and that's it. Problem solved.
They're already aliens anyway.
Yeah, they're at the bottom of the ocean making colto.
Yes. Like the Selkath.
Yeah.
Was it the Thraxan shark? Is that what it's called?
Yes,
Oh,
that
yeah.
was the name of it.
That's what it was.
Yeah, I remember doing a video on it, right?
Yeah, we did the.
It was like the difference between Colto and
Bacta.
Bacta. Yeah.
I think it needs a remaster. Like, it
Yeah.
really does.
For sure.
I'm just so excited about pumping out those new videos. I was thinking about, it's going to be shorter and it's going to be like a small story, but I explain stuff in it. I think it's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, Todd's been working on the new stuff in regards to that, and I've been editing some. He's doing the Star Wars Explained stories, and I'm working on the Star Wars stories specifically that we already recorded a few months back, and of course the new series or whatever. The thing is, I'm really excited to share that with a lot of you guys and actually even get some of your ideas on it. Like, I have a clip of two stormtroopers. Like, one is bragging that he killed 2 Jedi, and the other one's like, nah, you never did it, or whatever. It's like, yeah, you should have been there, stuff like that. Stupid conversations between stormtroopers. And I was thinking in regards to that one, like, do you guys think this is a good idea? Like, I do a flashback of the fantasy that the stormtrooper is talking about, him killing 2 Jedi. I was thinking about putting Ram Koda and the Clone of Starkiller, both of which, survived the Force Unleashed and are most likely alive in the New Republic era, or whatever. You have the stormtrooper kill both of them in his fantasy, a lie that he's talking to his stormtrooper buddy. And then we do another flashback of the reality of it, where Ram Koda himself wipes out the entire battalion and you see this guy running. Would that be a cool small episode?
Yes. That'd be
That would be
hilarious.
hilarious.
The thing is, like, you could do like a shot of just the stormtrooper like looking at it from a distance, and then he just fires off one shot and it just misses and starts running.
That's the kind of comedy we need in Star Wars, not that weird Marvel stuff that they do in Marvel, which was funny before, but now it's just dumb.
Yeah, that's like what what I'm gonna do. Although I'm thinking, since they're talking on the Cairn installation in Jedi Outcast, and Kyle Katarn is listening to them while sneaking, maybe it would be even cool. Like, as soon as he finishes what he was saying, Kyle Katarn just comes up and says from behind, is like, "Did I interrupt something?" And it ends there.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be a good ending for that. Maybe I wouldn't like I want to not have him kill them. I mean, I don't want to show that for some reason because in the first one that I'm making, I kind of feel bad for killing them. Because the thing is, it's more like a Jedi Outcast mini story from the Stormtrooper's perspective. And you kind of have sympathies for them because they're just doing their job and he's getting a new shift or whatever. And Kyle Katarn just comes up and kills them. So I just want to make them survive.
Hold on, let me get this right. So you feel bad about killing them, but yet you literally emptied the entire E11 into him.
That's so contradictory.
Yeah.
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 The idea came up after I already finished the sequence, and I'm like you're watching it from their perspective and you get sympathies for this 2 sentences that they have all together, and this guy just comes up and kills them, even though it's Chuck Norris of the Star Wars universe. I don't know. Let's just have him have all his bones broken, and this guy, needs to be in Bacta for a year, and they're good. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't shoot him in the head though, so
Maybe he needs the Polynesian spa after that.
Yeah,
he needs to try something new.
Imagine if I just put that. But yeah, I have a lot of ideas on what I'm going to do with it, and I just want to add some characters like Coda in it. He would be in the New Republic era, so
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking about adding Cara Dune somewhere, simply for who.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask.
Yeah, go on.
If you guys could live in any ancient civilization of the world, which one would it be? Which one would it be? Like any one of them.
Do you want to go all the way ancient, or like
any ancient society? Greece, Rome, Egypt, Mesopotamia, the Inca Empire, all that.
Shit, I don't know about that.
What about you? It would probably be Rome, even though, depending on what part I joined, it would be hard to be a Christian.
It's easier to be a Christian in the Byzantine Empire.
That's true.
Yeah, that's where we live right now. So.
Oh yeah, Serbia was part of the Byzantines, weren't they?
Yeah. I mean, it's the Eastern Church,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I was going to pick something, I think I would live in Egypt when Joseph was second after the Pharaoh. Probably the most peaceful time in Egypt, for anyone, I guess.
Yeah, I think the time of Ptolemy was the most violent, wasn't it?
I don't know, honestly.
Oh boy, the Ptolemies, lots and lots of inbreeding. They make the Habsburgs look like child's play.
They almost did it. Cleopatra and Ptolemy the 13th almost did it, but thanks to their super butthurt little sister Arsinoe, Cleopatra never got to doing it, and she fucked Caesar instead.
Yeah, but they have nothing on the English.
Nope, that's the Spanish you're thinking of.
Charles II.
No, I'm pretty sure it's the English. Just look at the teeth in general.
Oh yeah, but the Spanish made Charles V. Wait, was it the 5th or the 2nd?
It was Charles II. I have a weird obsession with Charles II. I have a.
Why is it? Because his face looks like a poorly drawn cartoon character.
I have a YouTube channel dedicated to him.
Or it just looks like a Ben Swallow facial botched plastic surgery thing.
Did you guys ever see Wolf's recreations of Clone War scenes in Battlefront 2?
No.
Yeah,
I haven't. I'd like to.
Honestly, they're really cool. For some time, I've been wanting to make something, do some fun stuff with multiple people. Like you guys, for example. I mean, it's always me and Todd. It's always the two of us working on something. we would have loved to have some projects with more people in it. I don't know.
Try
Would be
something
cool.
new.
Try something new. I mean, this year is basically us trying something new quite a bit, and hopefully tomorrow or on Tuesday when I upload the Stormtrooper series thing, I hope people enjoy it. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. There are no words.
There are no words.
Honestly, I think 2021 is beginning to turn for some of us. I think our luck's beginning to turn.
What way?
I really hope so soon for me.
I don't know. It's just this. People are waking up to all this weird stuff. You guys are making amazing projects. Like we're all doing something amazing with our lives at the moment, or not really amazing, but we're all doing something that's passionate, to say the least.
True.
Yeah, and I'm glad to be doing stuff like that.
I've noticed that as well. But what I've also noticed is I've been trying to go somewhere on a holiday, maybe. I want to go to Egypt again, maybe, or Tunisia. The thing is, I can't leave the country without a ton of money, simply for the tests and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
Basically, the tests themselves for all this, I'm not going to mention the word. They cost more than the bloody holiday.
Yeah.
And it sucks.
Unfortunately, that's how money works, and I wish it didn't. Like, everything used to be really cheap, even like a television, but now everything's so expensive as hell, and no one knows why.
Inflation!
I was going to say, I think part of it had to do with the Great Depression and all the inflation that happened when the stock market crashed.
Possibly.
Yes.
But are you just a simple man trying to make your way in the universe?
Yes, I am, good judge.
Oh, by the way, guys, I just wanted to talk about this for a moment.
What's up?
Star Wars Elseworlds. I'm really good with him. We did a collab back in the day. For everyone watching and listening to this, check out Star Wars Elseworlds channel. He made an awesome General Grievous mod, as if he was a Jedi. He worked on it for a year with a few people. And there are these people that have been harassing him for over a year and a half now, simply for a simple opinion that he said, which is basically men and women exist and they're different. That's basically the premise of his opinion, which is self-explanatory, if you ask me. And you know who has been harassing him, the woke tards, SJWs, or whatever. They've been trying to take his mod down on Nexus Mods and been reporting it and stuff. So, yeah, we just want to help him out, but don't know how to do it. And anything he does, they've been trying to take down and been reporting it for no reason, simply for stuff like that. So anyone watching, just go and support the guy and his channel and his mod, download it or whatever. So yeah,
I mean,
it never ends. It never ends. It's been going on for a year and a half, and most of these people were actually his friends. And as soon as they heard something they didn't like, they hate him. It's unbelievable.
It's sad and pathetic, I would
That
say.
story sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's just the problem is that it's the internet. Like, everybody's on it. Everybody has the power to do something to you that they can't do in real life, and it's when you have all that power in your hands, you're gonna abuse the hell out of that to the worst possible degrees imaginable.
I think for people with common sense, you can look at Star Wars Elseworlds. The guy made a mod for people to enjoy. He did something productive, as far as I'm concerned. What the other side did was try to destroy everything he's making for the sake of destroying it because they hate him because he has a different opinion. Simple as that. He did something productive, and they're trying to destroy it because it's him.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
We're basically Rome nowadays. We're getting woke like they did, and now we're paying the price for it.
You guys are definitely Rome, and you're about to fall. That's how
We
it
will-
seems.
Except this time
we
it'll
will
be a reverse.
Yes.
Instead of, the Germanics coming, it'll be overrun by people who descended from Latin culture, if you know what I mean.
Yes. Honestly, we're gonna collapse, and then we will reform into something new, which is what I think we really need. Is just our country. It needs a fresh start.
It needs a Polynesian spa and
Yes.
try something new.
That no, but really, like we need a whole fresh start because this. I can't go on like this. I can't go on like any of this. It's just like, how do we get to it?
I think it's pretty obvious. People should turn off the TVs.
Or if you want to just watch something fun, just watch it. Just stay off the news because.
No,
Who really
seriously, my suggestion for 2021 would be turn off the body TV and do something productive. Try something new.
Do something else.
That's what we're doing.
Basically, just turn off the body TV and live your life like you did before, and that's how it starts. Otherwise, you're just going to be a slave to it, as people are right now in Australia, for example. So
That's true. But yeah, actually, I have an idea to maybe help Elseworld, if I may suggest.
how?
If we can do the thing Wednesday, do you want to invite him on?
Yeah,
Just to make
we definitely will. Although
I want-
I'll see if I'll be free on Wednesday. That's the thing.
yeah.
If not this one, then next week. Okay.
I mean, I've been
Yeah.
trying to get him on now, but he's not.
Or
he's not really
Thursday.
here.
Or Thursday. Maybe.
We'll be in
And-
touch. No
yeah.
problem at all.
Yeah,
Oh,
we'll
yeah,
find.
it's
We'll definitely find something that. Oh, speaking of which.
Oh.
Oh, hello,
there.
welcome.
Nice to meet
Hey,
you.
what's up, everyone?
Hello there.
I
It's
just
nice to
turned
meet
my
you.
PC on. Just
Hello.
I just clicked the link now that I think Luke sent me or Todd. How's everyone
Yeah,
doing?
it was me.
Oh, it was you? Okay.
Yeah.
I did as well.
Nice,
Both.
How are you guys doing?
I'm doing pretty well. Just finished
Now
up with
that
the
I
episode, and we're just chilling now.
Nice, nice.
Doing better since I joined the stream.
So, how about yourself, man? How have you been elsewhere?
I've been doing well. You know, same,
Nice.
same as usual. You know, making content, encountering weird people. That's just how the internet works.
Oh, I've experienced that, dude.
Yeah, we just mentioned that.
Yeah, I think there's a bit too
Oh, you
much of
guys
that.
did. Sorry, I wasn't listening to the stream. My bad.
Yeah,
No, it's
yeah.
okay.
We just talked about you a few minutes ago in regards to them trying to take off your mod. For
Oh,
some-
the trolls. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, it's
for the-
weird, dude. It's weird, man. There's a lot of weird people out there, dude. Very, very crazy. I'll tell you off stream, like I'll go in a call with you and I'll show you everything in detail, but it's very, very bizarre. And the thing that I don't understand, like, I get it if I was someone big, quote unquote, and relevant, but I'm just an ordinary person, like the majority, you know, of people.
yeah,
Like I'm not anyone big or of relevance, you know. So like when people in large numbers have that much of an obsession with you, like with me in this case, it's just so
Yeah.
bizarre because it's like I'm not even anyone important or famous. So like I don't even want to see what they'll do if I ever do become relevant. So it's just so weird. It's so bizarre, man.
the thing is, if you get even bigger, they would
It's gonna get worse.
lose the opportunity to destroy you. That's the thing.
Right.
Like they know that they can't take down Theory or something like that because too many followers.
Oh yeah,
So
they
they're
can't stand
trying-
them. Right.
Yeah. So they're probably trying with you, but you will grow even more, and I'm guessing they'll just let it
Appreciate
go. So I hope so, at least. You know what's
Right.
idiotic? How long has that been going on? Is it like a year and a half now, right?
Well,
Or even
that was something else. This recent thing has been going on for just a week. Which again, I want to like I'll tell you everything in detail off stream when I show you everything in context. But yeah, like I said, it's very weird and strange because like all that time that they're using to like, I don't know, stalk me or whatever, they could be using that to put it into themselves. It's always
Yeah.
people that have done nothing that always go after people that actually have done something. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's
I
like
know
in the
exactly
case
what
of
you mean.
people that go after you two, Luke and Todd. If you look at what they've done, you know, nobody knows them. They haven't really done anything compared to you guys who have actually done something of value, like you've offered something to the community, whether it's lore videos, an active community to talk to, pretty much anything. And that's like a very, excuse me, that's like a very common trait I notice with these people, you know.
They have too much time on their hands, basically.
Exactly.
Indeed.
You know, that
That's the
time
thing.
could be put into something more productive, like, you know, following something that you like, a passion, whether it's writing or editing or whatever it may be, you know.
Unfortunately,
That's
they
just
can't
the nature
do
of it,
that.
man.
Unfortunately, they can't do that because they have zero creativity and they
Yep.
just want to bash on other people to make themselves feel higher and superior. But here's the
Sadly,
thing. Here's the thing I want to say to them. We are trying
What?
to actually help the world. You are not helping the world. You are slowing down the progress of human society, you douches.
Right.
Yes.
Yep. Agreed.
Iron
Like-
Inquisitor actually knows a lot about it. He's been, you know, like back in the day, he knew B-Level and Dark Synovia.
Yeah, I actually I first started watching Dark Synovia like back in 2015 when he did a video defense on the EU. A couple years later, you know, I was invited to the State of Star Wars group, and you know, my friend Kyle was the original founder of it, but my friend Kyle got sick of their drama, so he left and gave it to Dark Synovia. And ever since Dark Synovia took it over, like the drama got worse. Ugh.
We even had a about 2 years ago, or 3 now, I think it was, this Satanist guy. He was pissed off at us because we believed in God, and that offended him. And he was like disliking every single video as soon as it comes out. For 2
Oh
years
wow.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
2 years straight. Imagine
Wow.
being offended that someone out there who you don't know believes something you don't. Wow.
What a
What a
hack.
concept. What a
Wow.
concept.
Wow.
What? I was going to
That's
say, what
very
a hack.
strange.
Just you know what the
Bizarre.
issue. You know how to solve that? Just moon him and then he'll go away. Just moon him and he'll go away.
Yeah,
What do
the
you
thing
think
is, like,
people do,
I just feel bad if someone's spending their time to do something like that.
Yeah.
You know, I think if it's a bit sad.
And then I
Yeah,
have like that
it's
troll
pathetic.
Logan who trolls me just because I beat him in a debate a couple years ago.
Which Logan?
Logan Veracruz who trolls my channel.
Oh, that dude. More like a soy boy beta cuck.
He calls me a soy boy, but I'm like,
But he's a beta cuck.
yeah,
Possibly.
exactly.
If you're a beta cuck, that's the lowest level.
You know, it's actually it's something that I've noticed in general in regards to these people who go out after someone. Normal people who actually have things to do in life, work or anything really, don't
Right.
do stupid shit like that. Those
'Cause
people are
their time is
privileged.
valuable.
Yeah, they're basically privileged in the way of not living in reality and having real life problems like actual people do.
They live in a bubble.
Yeah. And then they think it's all about activism and all that bullshit.
I think it's
Basically.
all about rights.
I want to add to that.
Yeah.
I've noticed the people that trash on my friend, my friend Theory, Star Wars Theory. Like for an example, when his Vader episode dropped, I think it was 2019. I forgot what year.
Mhm.
And again, there's nothing wrong with constructive criticism, but when you're like talking shit because this person made a fan film that you don't like, that's not really constructive at all. And again, when you compare the two, you look at him who's actually, done something of value. He made something with his own money, put it out there for people to see and enjoy. And then the people that are constantly bad mouthing him, what have they done?
Nothing.
What have they put out? Well, who are they? You know what I mean?
What have I done?
What
Exactly.
have I done?
We're all trying to do something of value to the community.
In regards to that, I think it had a lot to do with jealousy.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure.
Star Wars
Very,
Explained
very
was jealous of him, and look what
Yeah, it
happened.
usually does.
Like, I used to watch that guy's content all the time, and now I'm just bored of him.
I mean, I did too, like back in the day,
Sucks.
but
I'm just
I
like,
stopped as well.
it's like, what happened to
Yeah, me
you?
too.
You went from being a likable person, and now you're just spouting off. You sound. He doesn't sound like he's invested. Like he has no energy in his videos.
Sounds like a droid.
Well, he is his wife's droid.
Jesus Christ.
I mean,
just sad.
that's how it seems.
It's just
I just
sad.
don't like the energy they radiate. They just seem like very fake people. You know, like they like to bully others. Like, for example, like every time Alex would take shots at Theory, you know, it's like, why?
Actually,
Because
I think it was
I know
his
for a
wife.
fact if he ran into Theory in person, he like the stuff that he says to him on Twitter or whatever, he wouldn't say to his face. It's like when I don't know if you guys remember the story when Jeremy, the Chad Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, he
I
actually
remember that.
confronted him in person, and he told the story to where his Molly, his wife, looked at him from a distance, and then she kind of gave him a nasty look, and she kind of quickly hurried her and Alex away from the scene to like get away from him. So,
wow.
and
So-
again, like I'm not trying to start drama or like fight with them, but like it's little things like that that make you really open your eyes, because again, you're sitting behind the keyboard, you know, on the internet, bad mouthing these people who have done nothing to you. They haven't harassed you, they haven't acted toxic towards you or your fans, you know, nothing like that. But then the moment you're confronted with this individual in person, flesh and blood, not in the bubble, not in the internet, you run away. Like what is that? I don't understand. Like if you my philosophy is if you won't say it in person, don't say it behind the keyboard.
I was gonna say,
True.
so it was
Simple as that.
basically
If you're not gonna say it to the person's face, don't say it behind the keyboard, man. And I have a lot of people that do that to me too. Like they'll say like, I don't know, oh, you're an asshole, this and that. But it's like, okay, I know you won't say that in person. You know what I mean?
They
I
wouldn't care.
just think it's really weird is all. I just think it's very bizarre. Yeah, it's just strange.
You know what I like about Jeremy? He basically has titanium balls like Jace Malcolm, even in real life.
Yeah.
He's a cool guy.
I was gonna say, so basically, Alex didn't run away. He didn't actually run away. His wife basically dragged him away. Is that what I'm getting? Or
That's what I remember hearing, but I could be wrong. It just seemed like from the way it was explained that they both, I think it was Molly that saw him or the both of them, and they gave him like a nasty look. I'm sure the video's still up there where Jeremy's explaining it. You know, they gave him a nasty look and they kind of, you know, really scurried off, you know. And again, not to sound like a broken record, but these are two individuals who have taken shots at him and, you know, in public, you know, on Twitter and stuff. But when it's time to actually, you know, sort it out like an adult, like normal adults, you know, they don't do that. So like, and again, these aren't teenagers doing this. These are grown adults in their late 20s to 30s, even 40s.
Yeah,
like these are grown adults, grown men and women that are not children. These are fully functional adults acting like school children, and it's the weirdest thing.
I mean,
worse like that.
I think I remember Jeremy saying in one of his videos that he actually got into a fight with Theory one time, but they actually recently sorted out their whole issues after the whole thing with Pablo Hidalgo doing that. I never knew that.
They did like a couple of streams together.
Yeah. But
anyways,
anyways,
being an adult, you know, they sorted out their issues and, you know, they're cool. Again, it's just part of being an adult. And some people can't do that.
You know what I also noticed? Even in the comment section, like even there, you have people who comment on your video. They comment some shit, not expecting you to reply, because when you reply, then they say, "Oh, that's very unprofessional of you."
Right.
Because the thing is, they shit all over what you're doing, and you're like, you just answer them. And they're like, "You're not supposed to answer me." Like, yeah, the hell I'm not. This is my video. If you don't like it, fuck off.
Exactly. It's like,
and then he gets so surprised that you answer him. It's unbelievable how surprised people get for a simple answer from a channel that has over 1,000 subs, basically.
Exactly.
It's unbelievable how pathetic it is. They don't want you to answer. They just want to shit all over you and for you to shut
they
up.
just want to troll and get a reaction. And again, that's like, to use an analogy, that's like if I walked into the woods, right? Like I just walk into the woods and I see a grizzly bear. And I walk up to this grizzly bear and I just decide to slap the shit out that bear like there's no tomorrow. And then the bear reacts and starts mauling me, and then I'm going to act surprised.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't act surprised when you purposefully try to incite a reaction and then you get that reaction that you're expecting. That's stupid.
Yeah, here's the key to that. You gotta expect every single possibility, even if it hurts to think about it. You gotta expect every possibility to be prepared for any situation.
You know, that actually reminds me a lot of B-level. from the time when it was well, I don't know how I would call it, making videos on us. Every time I would react or share a post of someone that's talking shit about me, he's like, "You're sending your followers after me. How pathetic."
It's the internet.
That's what happened. Like you're not allowed to even defend yourself. Like not that I have to, but I'm not even allowed to let my subscribers be aware of what's going on because it's immediately him being a victim that I'm attacking him.
That's
So
right.
basically,
They change the narrative.
they're basically using
They
the
do it all
number
the
of
time.
subscribers that I have and saying that I'm not allowed to defend myself. Well, fuck you. Of course I am.
That's the internet, though. They think they can control everything that happens on there, but you can't because there's so many people out there that the reality is you can't control everything and anyone or everyone. I mean, but they think they can do it.
Yeah, go on.
Sorry for cutting you off, but what really
Okay.
upsets me is when people like they purposefully, insult you. In this case, you guys creators, like big creators, and then when you respond back in the same energy, they say, "Oh, well, you're unprofessional. You shouldn't be acting like that." But like, why is that like a barrier? Like, why can't I respond in the same fashion just because I'm, a creator or like have a big following? Like that just doesn't make sense. Again, it's like those people that you ever see on Twitter. Anytime Theory would tweet something specific, like people get really upset and just start insulting him, like just going crazy. And then when he responds, they say, "Oh, how dare you say that? That's very messed up. Now your fans are attacking me." Well, what did you expect? Don't start shit. It's that simple. If you can't handle the heat, don't start it.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, another
Like,
thing is
that's just common sense.
yeah, another thing is that people get attacked for not having pronouns in their bio on social media. I'm like, why do I need
I
it?
actually did that to Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, they
A
forced
little
him
bit while
and
they
Gina.
bullied him.
Pedro didn't even want to do it, and they forced him. Gina, same thing.
The thing is, they don't get to choose for someone else. They're all about some freedom and all that stuff, but as soon as you disagree, fuck your freedom from that point of view, basically.
I feel like some of these people who are putting them in their bio, like they really don't want to do it, but they're being forced to, and it's not fair.
How do they force someone to do it?
Maybe they threaten their jobs mainly. That's probably a key thing, or something.
Google sent us an email a few weeks back, something like that.
What did they say?
Something in regards to the thing that's going on in the world. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yes, that
not gonna
thing.
mention it. The thing that you're not allowed to talk about, basically.
The subject that shall not be mentioned. Let's just say.
Yeah, the thing with that, they basically want creators to promote what they're pushing, and all of you guys know what they're pushing in general today.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, Google, they don't even get the message, but I just wrote back to them, "Fuck you, I don't work for you."
Honestly, I'd rather work for Amazon than Google because at least Jeff Bezos cares about people.
He has so much money that I don't think he does.
I don't know. Actually, he's donated quite a lot, and like I was telling you guys earlier, he and a few other people launched themselves into space, which I still think was pretty cool. Like the fact that space travel should be privatized because think of what you can do if you do that.
Look, as far as I'm concerned, they can all fly off anywhere. I'm fine here.
My pronoun is the Senate. That's a good one. The Senate.
I am the Senate.
Now, it's probably best to use it against them and just say, "I identify as being right."
I am. My pronouns are right.
I'm always right.
They is right.
The Polynesian spa.
I know it's. By the way, Elseworld. I don't think we've met. It's good to meet you in person. Well, semi-person.
Oh, you too, bud.
I think this is the first time too.
Oh,
Good to meet you guys.
yeah,
Always great to meet new people.
Yeah,
yeah.
we should definitely chat off stream later. If you guys
Yeah,
are
we
down.
can
we can do it
Oh,
immediately
sure,
after we
sure.
finish this.
Yeah.
It'd be fun.
I was telling these two we should invite you onto, well, right, guys?
Yeah, of
And
course.
Iron, I'm hoping that you can make it to this one.
I really hope so, because let's see. It
Yeah,
was
'cause last
Wednesday,
time-
right?
I think if we
It
can
doesn't
do it,
have to
it's
be.
just like if we can do it some point this week, since I got not much going on, but
Oh, I think
I know
Wednesday would work the best because I'm going on a little trip to town to do a few
Yeah.
things and
I was gonna say
pick up
last
my
time
mom so she can visit me down
I
at
was
my
gonna say-
grandma's for a bit.
last time you couldn't make it because of all that.
Yeah, and I was too tired to get on.
But yeah, Elseworld. What I'm talking about is, have you seen those Fix the High Republic streams that we've been doing?
Not really. What's it about?
Well, it's something I wanted to do with the High Republic era because Disney's version of it, like, I wasn't feeling it when it came out. Like, at least the way I hoped, because I thought it was going to be something. I mean, it was creative, fresh, and new, but it had some woke stuff in it, and I'm just like, I'm not feeling it. So I decided, what if I took some of the canon characters that I thought were salvageable, some of the ones that kind of made wokatized, that's a new word I just made up, don't quote me on that, they change them up a little and just give them a Legends counterpart to make them a little more relatable in a way. Like, just make it so they have something for everybody, like Legends used to have, instead of just having this whole thing focused completely on interconnectivity and continuity like Disney does.
I have a question about that.
Yeah.
So I haven't been following the High Republic yet, but could you like tell me in specific what about it is like woke? Because I haven't like followed through it. Like I don't read the stuff, so I don't really know what's going on.
Two twin Jedi named Sarah and Tarek, which I'm using. Apparently they're non-binary, but from what they were describing, they're apparently sharing one mind. So I'm like, okay, I don't get that. I don't get how that makes them non-binary. And
you know what makes
apparently there's another Jedi who is,
Maybe it's the species.
remember the girl Jedi I showed you, Lula? Her master is apparently non-binary, and I'm not even using him. So I have a different master I'm using for her.
The thing is, what the fuck does that even mean?
It means
Because I know there are
I
species
don't know.
that are non-binary, like in sci-fi, like certain aliens and things like that. So I guess they're
Yeah.
like taking notes from that.
Yeah, it's just the whole non-binary thing.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means. So it's like,
I think I do. I think it means that you don't have eyebrows, like they don't.
yeah, I told you I'm giving them eyebrows.
Give them eyebrows, and
I
just
am gonna give it to them. And
just
on my planet that's inspired by ancient Greece and Rome, I will have a Polynesian spa meme happening.
Yes, do it.
I'm literally gonna do that just because of the meme alone. I don't care if it's dead at that point. I'm going to do it.
What if we could rename the Polynesian spa and just put in some cultural back to somehow into the name? What do you think, huh?
Maybe. But yeah, Elseworld, one of the lore videos you did inspired me to make 2 Miraluka Jedi that are a part of my High Republic project.
Oh, nice.
The
That's
character you
cool.
did, I don't know who did it, but his name was Immoral Heliolite, correct?
Oh yeah, the Old Republic Battlemaster.
Yes.
Remember him?
One of my 2 of my Jedi named Cleo Sol and Ram Ulysses. Ram, I kind of modeled him after with the ponytail and the visor in a way, and I gave him 2 green lightsabers. Cleo I modeled
cool.
after Visas and gave her a dual-bladed yellow lightsaber and kind of a dress for her robes in a way.
Oh, I told Jedi Knight about
Interesting.
this, but it's a project idea. Again, it's kind of big and ambitious, and it would be a very interesting rival to the High Republic. I call it the post-SWTOR era.
Yeah. Oh, did he leave?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, wait. Never mind.
Oh, my browser glitched out. My bad.
Oh, you're still here.
Oh,
Good.
no worries, man.
Yeah.
So anyway,
So-
I was talking about I call it the post-SWTOR era. it goes from, after, of course, the SWTOR MMO and close to 3,000 BBY. There's a lot of characters, ideas I come up with, a lot of stuff that happens. The majority of the stuff in it kind of happens towards the end of the timeline. But I'm actually working on a timeline itself for it.
It's cool.
Oh yeah, I just put this up while you guys were talking. Finish off, Iron.
Stormtrooper X.
Yeah, this was like the thumbnail that I made for the war video that we did. What I want to do is, I've been thinking about attempting to try and make a mod for Battlefront, and I would love to do this guy. I don't know.
You could. The question is,
Wow.
what planet would he be the villain or hero on? Because I know they had to set some characters for certain planets, which I thought kind of sucked, but oh well.
Tatooine.
that's
yes,
true.
yes, I think.
Oh, Tatooine would work.
Yeah.
Sure.
Now the thing is, I want to try and make something new with not only me and Todd working with it, and I was thinking about learning how to mod something. So this is like the first thing that I would love to make. Honestly, I mean, technically, you could use the body of Finn, the legs of Han Solo, and a helmet, and just put the X on.
It seems like a simple design.
Yeah, it really is.
Problem is finding the person to do it. I know some people, but I'm not sure if they'll be open to because they're usually busy. But yeah, that would be cool to bring him in Battlefront.
I actually watched some tutorials, honestly, on how to mod. There's some pretty simple ones, so I guess I'll just wing it. Well, who knows?
By the way,
Gotta learn sometime,
By the way, Elseworld, are you excited for Unreal Engine's KOTOR fan film?
Oh yes, I've been.
I can't wait for that.
Is it by Unreal Cinema, right?
Yeah, what he's going to be doing, I think the release date is some point in September, but he's going to be doing 11-minute episodes, and just so we can push him out a little faster. And I think it's going to be really cool.
Yeah, I've been following that stuff. Really, really, really cool. Dude is really talented.
Do you think he'll do
Very
KOTOR
interesting.
2 if this one succeeds?
Oh, for sure. I'm sure he will. Maybe even a
yes.
KOTOR 3.
Because I want to see Mitra fight Nihilus in Unreal Engine. And seeing
and that
Trey,
photorealism.
and seeing Kreia wield her 3 purple lightsabers on Malachor at once.
Yeah, that would look really cool. What was that?
Yeah.
Did you guys read those comments? What? Jesus, dude.
Yeah, I saw someone put a gif of a dog sitting on a cat's face when someone was trying to talk about war, because people just don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah. They came here for the Bad Batch, and then I think we cucked them.
The Bombad batch.
I didn't like that Bad Batch episode as much.
Yeah, it was a filler. It was
a fun
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah, we literally
It
covered
wasn't
it
terrible.
In
It
40
just
minutes.
bored me a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, what do you think of the series, huh?
Oh, I love it. It's great. Art style is peak. That season 7 art style. It's super good. Characters are great. Hunter,
Beautiful.
Omega Tech, Wrecker, everyone.
Oh,
Love
yeah.
him. And the Chad Hauser, we can't forget about him.
Of course.
The Giga Chad himself.
He's
Yep.
always been a Chad.
Yes.
He's always been a Chad, always will be.
I
Yeah.
hope we see him again.
Probably will.
Shit, I should actually make a theory video on what could happen to him, on all the possibilities on what could,
Hope he doesn't die.
I actually think that we have about 2 or 3 possibilities, although they're probably going to make up a 4th one. They're going to rescue him or something. It's either going to be an execution, most likely not. Like, logically speaking, the Empire would do it. They would execute him for treason, since Krell was going to kill Fives and,
Yes,
Yeah.
true.
and Kicks just for disobeying an order, The Empire is much more... How would I say it? Forgot the word.
Cruel.
Yeah. Although I think he's gonna get his chip enhanced, like Crosshair did.
Mhm.
Boosted or something, maybe.
That's gonna be sad.
Mm.
Yeah,
Should
but we'll
we,
get
you know, or the stream?
Oh,
Yeah,
you want
what?
to edit?
Yeah,
Uh,
we can continue talking like after it. No worries at all.
I don't know.
Sure thing.
I
Well,
was-
for those of you watching, I guess this was pretty much it. And we'll see you in the
Pretty-
next one.
I was gonna say we pretty much covered everything, haven't we?
Yep.
Yeah, we've
Well, let's
literally
talk about
covered
the
the
episode.
we've covered the episode in like 40 minutes, and then the rest of this stuff is just us talking about shit. So
Yes.
And
Which is
honestly,
fine. It's fun.
everyone should just check out Star Wars Elseworlds channel and Iron Inquisitor.
indeed,
We'll put the
Appreciate it,
links
thank you.
below, and of course, try out his new mod, Jedi General.
Yeah,
Grievous.
Jedi Grievous is out. I actually saw someone call him Apple Store Grievous because of how smooth he looked. Like he literally looks
Oh
like
yeah,
he
it
started on
actually
Apple Store.
looks very smooth. Yeah.
Yeah. It's very clean.
How are the reactions
Cool.
going to that? Just
Oh, people love it, man. People are in love with it. He actually got featured on Azutru's top 5 mods of the week.
oh cool.
That was cool.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, very,
Nice.
very cool.
How long have you been working on it, and with how many people? How did you pull it off?
So I thought of the concept, I think, on the 5th of 2020. So I don't know what month that would be. I started early development the month after that, concept art, looking for the right people. And then, it mostly took me long because I had to find the right people. Spoiler alert, the Battlefront modding community isn't known for having the most mature professional people, so it was pretty difficult to find the right people and stuff, but I did, and they killed it. It was great.
What do you mean
I
by
think the last thing I
mature?
did was finding the voice actor. Curbs VO, he killed it. He nailed it.
was gonna
Yeah, I'd say a
say-
calendar year it took me to really get everything moving and finished. It was a headache, but it was worth it. Turned out really nice. Glad that people love it.
What
but
color
yeah.
are the lightsabers again? Just yellow?
They're like a yellow goldish color, like a temple guard.
Or
that's
is
pretty
that-
fitting for him.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say, is that it, or are there more?
Oh, that's his only lightsaber color.
Ah,
Yeah.
still looks good.
Yeah, but it really he looks like he would be the leader of the Temple Gods at this point.
Yeah,
So-
he is. Mhm.
They've been popularizing the color yellow recently, and I like it, but it's just strange that they would just do yellow specifically and white.
I was
Probably
actually
a
very glad to
preference
see it
thing.
in the Clone Wars, like when they brought in the Terra Sanube's white lightsaber and then Jedi Temple God, and that was very new to, on-screen Star Wars.
Actually,
You know, in my headcanon, Terra Sanube survived Order 66 for a time.
That's actually cool.
That'd
I'm
be
all
cool.
for that.
Actually, I think Terra Sanube's lightsaber was silver.
Well, that's how they named it, but it looks like a white one still.
Yeah, I see. It's just I say silver because I saw a bit of a bluish tint to it instead of like a pale pure white.
Yeah, it did have that.
I mean, it could also be a dual phase saber, so
Maybe.
I'm a huge fan of the Temple God look, and that's why I love the yellow goldish shell lightsabers and Grievous. Very cool. I've also noticed you use the
Thank you.
exact same Temple Guard logo on him.
Yeah,
Is
the
it on
symbol
his
on the
arm, right?
forearms. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks
I
really
mean-
nice.
I made a costume. Like my cosplay is the Jedi Temple God, so
Oh, nice.
I love that.
Mostly the yellow sabers came from the fact that I wanted him to be visually different than normal Grievous. So like, I think if he had all blue or all green sabers, it wouldn't look as cool. Plus, in the context of the timeline, he is like the lead Temple Guard instructor, so the yellow sabers just make the most sense
Yeah.
aesthetically and lore wise.
He's technically the Sentinel, right?
Yeah, Sentinel.
I think they've set up in canon that yellow is apparently supposed to be an ancient color, which is why we don't see it on many Jedi.
Interesting.
Possibly.
I heard rumors, like someone was saying that. I don't know if it's actually canon, but
I think it was Stupendous Wave that first brought it up.
I believe you're right.
I have no idea.
'Cause I remember the video.
Okay. Anyway, let's just end the stream at this, and we can go on our own chat after it. So yeah, Todd, you want to?
Take care, everyone.
Yeah,
Yep.
sure. Well, as always, it was a pleasure for us to have you guys here, and we hope to see you in the next one.
Anytime.
See you at the next Polynesian spa.
Exactly.
There are no words.
All right, fellas, take care.